Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome. Find a comfortable space on your mat, maybe seated or lying down, and allow your eyes to gently close. Today, we're not just moving our bodies, we're journeying through a story that lives within each of us. It's called The Lotus That Grew in the Dark. Let's begin by taking a deep, cleansing breath together. Inhale through your nose, filling your lungs completely. And as you exhale, release everything, letting go of your day, your worries, your to-do lists. Feel the ground beneath you, supporting you, holding you. One more time, a deep breath in and a long, slow breath out. Imagine a tiny seed buried deep within the dark, murky mud at the bottom of a pond. This mud is thick, heavy, and completely without light. This seed represents a part of you, perhaps a past hurt, a challenge you're facing, or a feeling of being stuck. The mud is the weight of that struggle, the confusion, the pain. It feels dense and inescapable. For a long time, the seed simply exists in this darkness, feeling the pressure of the water and the cold of the mud. It doesn't know the sun, the sky, or the air. Its entire world is this confined, dark space. Now, bring your awareness to your own body. Notice any areas of tightness, any places where you might be holding on to your own mud. Maybe it's in your shoulders, your jaw, or your hips. Don't judge it. Just notice it. Breathe into that space. With each inhale, imagine sending a little spark of life, a little bit of warmth, to that seed within you. With each exhale, imagine the mud softening just a tiny bit around it. Slowly, something begins to stir within the seed. A tiny, almost imperceptible urge. It's the call to grow, the instinct for life. It doesn't know what it's growing towards, but it knows it cannot stay here forever. It pushes a single, delicate root deeper into the mud. This isn't a fight against the mud, but an act of anchoring. It's finding stability in the very thing that feels so overwhelming. In our own lives, this is when we decide to face our struggles, not by running, but by grounding ourselves, by acknowledging, yes, this is hard, but I am here and I am strong enough to hold my ground. Let's embody this. If you're seated, press your sit bones down into your mat. If you're lying down, feel the back of your body surrendering to gravity. Feel that connection, that stability. You are anchored. From this place of groundedness, the seed sends up a tiny, tender sprout. This sprout is fragile, yet determined. It begins its long journey upward, pushing through the heavy, resistant mud. Every inch is a struggle. The darkness tries to hold it back. The pressure of the water pushes down. There are moments of doubt, moments where it feels easier to just stop, to retreat back into the familiar darkness of the seed. Think of your own journey. Think of the times you've had to push through resistance, when every step forward felt like a monumental effort. This is that moment. It's the courage to take the next small step, even when you can't see the path ahead. On your mat, maybe this is the courage to hold a pose for one more breath, or the courage to simply stay present with an uncomfortable emotion. Let's move with this idea. Gently, if you're lying down, begin to roll onto one side and press yourself up to a comfortable seat. From here, let's come to our hands and knees, into a tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. On your next inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, and open your heart forward into cow pose. Feel that gentle upward reach. And as you exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin to your chest, and push the mat away in cat pose. Feel the act of pushing through. Let's flow with our breath. Inhale, arching and opening. Exhale, rounding and pressing through. Just like the sprout, we find our own rhythm of reaching and navigating challenges. Now, the sprout finally breaks through the mud and enters the water. The world changes. It's still dark, but there's a new sense of fluidity, of movement. Yet, the journey isn't over. It must now navigate the currents of the water, still reaching, still climbing toward a light it has never seen, but can somehow feel. This is when we move past the initial shock of our pain and begin to navigate the emotional currents it leaves behind. The sadness, the anger, the confusion. We learn to flow with them, not letting them pull us back down. From your tabletop, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, and find your way into downward facing dog. Your first one of the day, so be gentle. Pedal out your feet, bending one knee and then the other. Feel the length in your spine, the energy reaching from your hands all the way to your hips. You are that stalk, long and resilient, navigating the waters. Breathe here. Feel the strength in your arms and legs, the foundation you've built. After what feels like an eternity, the sprout senses a change, a warmth, a brightness filtering down through the water. Hope ignites. It pushes with renewed vigor, reaching, until it breaks the surface. For the first time, it feels the warmth of the sun on its tip. It breathes the fresh air. It sees the vast, endless blue sky. The world is more beautiful, more expansive than it could have ever imagined from the bottom of the pond. From your downward-facing dog, slowly begin to walk your feet forward to meet your hands at the top of your mat. Hang heavy in a forward fold. Let your head go. Shake it yes, shake it no. Release any tension in your neck. Then, on an inhale, with a flat back, slowly, vertebra by vertebra, roll all the way up to stand. Let your head be the very last thing to lift. As you arrive, roll your shoulders back and reach your arms up overhead, palms touching, gazing up toward your fingertips. You have broken the surface. Take a deep breath of fresh air. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. But the journey isn't complete with just reaching the surface. The bud, which has been tightly closed to protect itself on its long journey, now rests upon a large, green lily pad. It feels the sun's energy, and it knows it is time to do the most vulnerable thing of all, to open. Slowly, petal by petal, the lotus begins to unfurl. It reveals its delicate, pristine beauty. Each petal is perfect, untouched by the mud it grew through. In fact, it is because of the mud, not in spite of it, that it has the strength and nourishment to bloom so brilliantly. The mud was not a curse, it was a source of life. The darkness was not an end, it was the beginning. The lotus flower sits on the surface of the water, its roots still connected to the mud below, a living bridge between the darkness and the light. It doesn't reject its past, it honors it as the foundation of its present beauty. Let's find our own bloom. Stand tall in mountain pose, Tadasana. Feet firm on the ground, spine long, crown of the head reaching for the sky. Feel your roots connected to the earth and your heart open to the sun. Shift your weight into your left foot and bring your right foot to your ankle, calf, or inner thigh for tree pose. Avoid the knee joint. Bring your hands to your heart. Find your balance. You are rooted, you are stable. And when you feel ready, you can grow your branches, reaching your arms up and out, opening like the petals of the lotus. You are a testament to your own journey. You have transformed your struggle into strength, your pain into beauty. Hold for a few breaths. Then, gently release and switch sides, finding your tree pose with your right foot grounded. Each side is a new story, a new experience. Breathe and bloom. Release your foot down. Take a moment here, standing tall. Recognize that your own mud, your challenges, your heartbreaks, your struggles, they do not define you in a negative way. They are the rich soil from which your own unique, beautiful lotus has bloomed. Your resilience, your compassion, your wisdom, these are the petals. You are not broken because of your past. You are magnificent because you have risen through it. Let's slowly make our way back down to the mat. Come to a comfortable seated position. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Close your eyes once more. Return to the image of the lotus, floating serenely on the water, radiant in the sunlight. It is a symbol of purity, enlightenment, and rebirth. It reminds us that the most beautiful things can grow from the darkest of places. It teaches us that our struggles are not something to be ashamed of, but rather an integral part of our story, the very source of our strength and transformation. You are that lotus. You have journeyed through your own darkness, and you have the capacity to rise, to open, and to share your light with the world. Honor your journey. Honor the mud. Honor the bloom. Let's take one final, collective breath together. Inhale deeply, filling yourself with gratitude for your own strength and resilience. And exhale, sending that gratitude and light out into the world. Bring your palms together at your heart center and gently bow your head. Thank you for sharing this journey with me today. May you always remember the beautiful lotus that resides within you. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Subscribe for more yoga storytelling video.